Hi, Mercedes. This is Mrs. Travers, and I just wanted to show you. You said you were having trouble submitting your assignment. So I'm going to kind of troubleshoot that right now just to see if I can maybe point you in the right direction. So a lot of students work in Google and use Google Docs because a lot of us have Chromebooks, etc. And through our board, we have our Google accounts. So I can't access it. I just wanted to point out I'm impersonating you right now, which means I'm in your account as though I'm you. And I can actually go through and see what's going on in your account. But the good thing is I'm not able to access your Google accounts. So I can't see if this is activated or not. If it just has a little blue link here that says link your Google account, what I want you to do is click on that. And I want you to link your board or your app's email in there, and then you'll have to authorize it, which means typing in your password that you use for your Google account within the board. The benefit of doing this is that when you create a Google Doc that you can actually hand stuff in. Okay, so I'm going to show you if you wanted to create a PDF so that you can hand in an item from your computer, how to do that. So what I did, what we want to do is get to a place where we can hand in those assignments. So number one, I copied and pasted your Jot notes, which were very well done, by the way, and I put it in a Google Doc. Now, if that widget that I was just talking about, if you have your Google account activated here, then you can actually hand it in as a Google Doc. However, I don't know if that's happening, so I'm actually going to download it as a PDF and then hand in that document. So it's gone to my downloads. So I want to go to Jot Notes and hand that in. So we're going to click on, and again, I'm impersonating you. So I'm going to actually hand this in now. I've already given you the marks for it, but this is how you hand it in. So I'm going to go to add a file. And if you have it in your Google Drive, you can actually click on here and then it'll bring up your Google Drive because you've activated it, and then you can hand it in from there. But I downloaded it as a PDF, so I'm going to click on here and I'm going to find that assignment. Okay, so I clicked on add a file. This is for comments. If you've got a comment to me that please see video for submission. And that's my note that I'm just typing in there so that when I'm viewing it, I can actually have notes. Sometimes students mistake what they're supposed to hand in. They can say, mark this one, not the other one, whatever it might be. So we've added that file and it's a PDF. Again, if you wanted to add more, you could add more. You could get it from your Google Drive. So we're going to hit submit. Okay. And then we're just going to make sure that we see that it's submitted. So anytime you go in, you can actually see whether or not you've submitted that assignment. So this one is another one that will need to be completed. It's from Unit 1, Activity 2, and you can go into content. I'll go through that really quickly, but it says that you haven't submitted it. So that's how you submit an assignment, and it's really important that you figure out how you're going to do that, because it's really important that you're not just emailing me stuff, that it's actually going into the proper drop boxes. So let's go into this one really quickly. It's Unit 1, Activity 2. Okay, so we're going to scroll down to what that assignment is. So you are going to choose one of these two assignments, either tiny homes or renting or buying. And then you're going to choose 3 questions out of this list. I actually included it as a Google Doc as well, because not everyone has Word on their computers to open it up. And you're going to choose 1D, 1C, 1I, and 1C questions. So say, for example, I want this one. I've read about tiny homes in content right up here, or I've read about this article here. You can scroll up and down, read that article. So I'm going to choose this one, and I need an I question. I'm going to choose this one, and then I'm going to use that information to answer those 3 questions. And I'm going to type that all up in a Google Doc or in a document And the responses from that reading, from this one right here, go into answering those questions. And then what you're going to do is going back to assignments, that you're going to hand those in right there. Okay. So just as a reminder, there's 3 ways to hand them in. You can go into assignments or discussions and participate from there. I also wanted to remind you of the course home in the calendar. That jot notes, I think, was due here. Yep. So this is actually a Dropbox link. So if you see something on the calendar that you want to hand it in, that's actually a link too, right? Brings you to the same place as this. And then the other one that you can do is Unit 1. That was from here. So as you're reading through content, that there's actually Dropboxes here, and that will take you, that one didn't work. That's right. So you can hand it in through the assignments, or you can hand it in through the calendar, and that may be the reason why you couldn't hand it in. So just remember that these are up here so that you can also hand those in.